My name is Ethan Walsh, and I never thought the path to enlightenment would start with the fangs of a venomous snake. As a wildlife conservationist based in Boise, Idaho, I have spent countless days and nights amidst the untamed beauty of the wild, always armed with data sheets, equipment, and a heart full of respect for the creatures I dedicated my career to studying. Yet, in the summer of 2023, on what seemed like another routine field expedition, an unexpected encounter with nature would forever alter my perception of life and my role within the web of Earth's magnificent tapestry. It was an impossibly hot July afternoon in the remote wilderness of the Sawtooth Range, a place where the air hangs heavy with the scent of pine, and the calls of distant creatures echo through the towering trees. I had been focusing on a pair of bald eagles nesting by the river, their majestic grace a stark reminder of the wilderness's wonders. In hindsight, I should have noticed the subtle quiet that descended around me, an omen of nature's raw, unyielding power looming just beyond my awareness. I never heard it slither through the underbrush. When the snake struck, it felt like being hit with a live wire, sharp, immediate, a jolt of life colliding violently with the edge of mortality. The world around me blurred as I stumbled backwards, the venom burning an unyielding path through my veins. In those harrowing moments, my scientific mind, built on facts and figures, faltered. Surrounded by the great indifferent beauty of nature, I realized just how fragile my understanding was. I can still hear the soft rustling of leaves overhead as the forest seemed to hush, holding its breath in anticipation. Strange how clarity pierces in the moments of crisis, the dappled light filtering through the canopy above, the sharp scent of earth and foliage. It felt as if nature herself was speaking to me, calling me home, urging me to listen. The searing pain spread like wildfire through my body, each heartbeat a relentless drum pounding in my ears. My legs wobbled beneath me, and I felt myself being gently lowered to the forest floor, as if the earth itself cradled me during this precarious passage. Reality wavered, the kaleidoscope of my surroundings twisting into a new, softer focus. With each labored breath, the forest seemed to retreat, its vibrant symphony of life slowly fading into a distant memory. Time stretched like tendrils of smoke, unraveling the boundaries between the known and the mysterious unknown. The initial chaos ebbed and was replaced by a profound stillness, a silence so thick it felt sacred. I felt my essence begin to lift, leaving behind the shell of my earthly form. A subtle sense of weightlessness enveloped me, accompanied by an unexplainable serenity that washed away all fear and apprehension. It was as if a gentle hand guided my soul upward, away from pain and doubt, toward a realm bathed in a warming light that neither blinded nor dazzled, but enveloped with a radiant embrace. As I ascended into this surreal landscape, the light seemed to flow over me, through me, dissolving the edges of my consciousness. Every particle sang with a harmony that resonated deep within my being. The transition was seamless, a graceful emergence into a realm of oneness, where every atom vibrated with life and connection. My worries and regrets, once crippling anchors of my mind, vanished into the ether, leaving only an understanding that I was part of something infinitely larger and deeply connected. In that realm of light and harmony, I was drawn toward a presence that seemed both timeless and intimately familiar. Standing before me was an embodiment of the earth, a figure of indescribable grace and wisdom, exuding an aura of warmth and knowledge that enveloped me like soft rain on parched soil. Her features shifted like rippling water, elusive yet ever returning to a maternal form, one who bore the patience of ancient forests and the depth of unyielding oceans. I perceived her as Gaia, the living essence of Earth itself, a spirit whose presence stirred my soul. Her gaze held the depths of uncounted ages and the innocence of a new dawn. Ethan, she spoke, her voice a symphony of rustling leaves and murmuring streams, resonating with a truth that echoed within every cell of my being. As she addressed me, the world around seemed to quiet, each note of her voice carrying the weight of ages, stories untold, whispering the history of life itself. You have wandered through my realms, intertwined your fate with those of my creatures, yet there is so much more to understand. Her eyes watched me with a profound compassion, and with a touch as gentle as a breeze, she illuminated the spiritual connections binding all living things. In her presence, I felt the heartbeat of the earth, the pulse of life radiating beyond form and species, revealing a tapestry of existence more intricate than my studies had ever suggested. You are part of a delicate web, she continued, one that cradles not only life, but the very spirit of it. Humanity's journey has strayed, and balance is needed for all to thrive. I yearned to ask endless questions, to plumb the depths of her wisdom, but words seemed unnecessary. My thoughts flowed freely, and in the shared silence, she revealed insights into the sacred bonds between humans and nature. Visions unfurled before me, images of thriving ecosystems, each organism playing its part in an elegant dance of interdependence. I saw how every leaf, river, breeze, and creature was a thread in a greater design, sustaining the vital equilibrium of the planet. As I stood awestruck in her presence, a deeper understanding blossomed within me. A realization that the natural world was not merely a backdrop for human endeavor, but a living, breathing testament to life's perpetual cycle. The interconnectedness I witnessed illustrated the profound truth that humanity's fate was inextricably linked with that of the earth. Through Gaia's wisdom, I understood that this was not just knowledge to be treasured, but a calling that demanded urgent action. The space around us shimmered like the surface of a gently rippling lake as Gaia beckoned me to witness what lay ahead. My vision expanded, revealing vast tapestries of the earth as it once was. Glorious expanses untouched by human hands, teeming with life and vibrant ecosystems thriving in perfect symmetry. I saw verdant forests stretching endlessly, their emerald canopies alive with the songs of countless creatures. The air was thick with the scent of blooming flowers and fresh rain, an intoxicating aroma that spoke of an earth in harmonious balance. Beside this splendor, the scene shifted to unveil the scars of humanity's footprint. Forests felled and reduced to barren wastelands, rivers choked with refuse, and toxic shadows veiling the once clear blue skies. It was as if I could hear the planet's cry, a soundless wail echoing within my soul, resonating with the urgency of a heartbeat that struggled against the weight of despair. Gaia's presence remained unwavering as she guided me through these visions, her touch a comforting balm against the images of devastation. I witnessed coral reefs transformed into ghostly graveyards, their vibrant colors drained away, a stark reminder of our neglect. Creatures roamed aimlessly within their disrupted habitats, their eyes reflecting the confusion of a world upturned. The interconnected web of life, once a magnificent symphony, now faltered, its melody strained and erratic under the weight of exploitation. Yet amidst this chaos, pockets of hope glimmered like stars piercing a night sky. I saw dedicated individuals, guardians of the earth, striving to restore balance. Communities planting trees, healing landscapes, and nurturing the fragile threads that bound us all. It dawned on me that these visions were not prophecies set in stone, but reflections of the choices humanity faced. Gaia's voice resonated within me, layered with ancient wisdom and untapped potential. "Ethan," she implored, each syllable tinged with the urgency of an approaching storm. "The fate of the earth lies not just in the hands of leaders or powerful institutions, but within each soul that dwells here. Recognize the power you hold, and let it guide you toward change. Humanity must awaken to its role as protector, rather than conqueror, of this shared home." Her words filled me with a profound resolve. This was not merely a vision of destruction, but a call to arms, a clarion echoing through the chambers of the spirit, urging action and rekindling the sacred bond between mankind and the natural world. As the images faded, replaced by the luminous realm from which they sprang, I felt a stirring within, a fervor to champion Gaia's wisdom and transform vision into reality, urging humanity back to the path of harmony. Gaia's teachings unfolded before me, not as commands but as gentle urgings imbued with profound clarity. "Ethan," she began, her voice a delicate weave of song and breath, "you stand at a crossroads where knowledge meets action. It is not enough to see. One must also respond." Her words penetrated the depths of my consciousness, intertwining with the very essence of my being. She spoke of stewardship, a concept once confined to the textbook margins of my mind, now blossoming into a sacred duty. "To walk upon the earth is to step lightly with reverence for all that breathes and blooms," Gaia continued. Her presence radiated patience, echoing the silent wisdom of ancient trees. Human existence is not a mere chapter in the world's story, but a thread woven deeply into its fabric, influencing every life we touch. As she spoke, scenes of flourishing ecosystems and harmonious communities unfolded around us, emphasizing equilibrium rather than dominance. "Every action ripples beyond its immediate consequence," she intoned, "and the smallest gesture of care can ignite vast waves of restoration." Her teachings carried the weight of eons, yet they resonated with the simplicity of a shared truth, often overlooked in the haste of modernity. Gaia illuminated the spiritual and ecological links between humanity and the natural world, urging me to perceive the intrinsic worth of each living thing. "Nature thrives on diversity," she explained, "a multitude of voices contributing to the chorus of creation. Honor that diversity, cherish it, for it is the symphony of life itself." With each lesson, an inner resolve solidified, a commitment to elevate these truths beyond mere observation. Gaia stressed the urgency of adopting sustainable practices, not as burdens, but as acts of love and connection. "Realign your choices with the sanctity of the earth," she urged, "and recognize that every being, from the smallest insect to the towering redwood, has a place within this sacred circle." The profundity of her message was an invitation to transform understanding into tangible action. Let your life be a testament to balance. Advocate with kindness and live with intent, so that your footsteps inspire others to follow. Her gaze held mine, tethering my soul to a pact with the earth. Through her guidance, I understood that the path forward was not solitary. "Foster communities that reflect harmony," Gaia advised, "where stewardship becomes a shared endeavor, uniting people with purpose and hope." Her teachings transcended mere environmentalism, weaving a tapestry where care for the planet nurtures the human spirit, recognizing each as an extension of the other. As her words settled into my heart, I realized that Gaia, the pulsing heartbeat of the world, imparted these truths, not for lofty ideals, but for living truths. They were woven from the very essence of life, each lesson a seed planted within me, urging humanity to awaken and embrace its role as both guardian and participant in Earth's wondrous journey. Upon returning from that ethereal journey, I found myself carrying Gaia's profound messages like a lodestar within. The world I awoke to had the same hues and sounds as before, yet everything felt transformed through a lens of interconnectedness. With this renewed vision, a deep-seated compulsion gripped me, a calling not merely to understand, but to act. Gaia had planted seeds of awareness in my spirit, and I knew it was imperative to cultivate them, allowing their roots to reach others within my sphere. The urgency of Gaia's message spoke to my core, demanding that knowledge evolve into influence. I could no longer stand idly by, observing from the sidelines as the world treaded precariously toward imbalance. The time had come to summon individuals, communities, and networks to reimagine their relationship with the natural world. It wasn't just about sustaining, but thriving within the collective tapestry of Earth's ecosystems. I felt an unshakable urge to inspire others, rallying them to embark on a collective journey toward ecological and spiritual mindfulness. Determined, I stepped into the role of an ambassador of the Earth's untold stories, sharing the visions I was shown, the vibrant scenes of life and harmony and the stark reminders of our shared impact. My voice became a vessel, echoing Gaia's wisdom through every presentation, article, and conversation. I wanted people to feel the pulse of the very earth beneath their feet, to see the sacred harmony that stitched all living beings together. My quest began with small, intentional steps, organizing community gatherings, engaging schools to nurture environmental consciousness in young minds, and urging households to adopt sustainable practices. Every individual encounter was a chance to plant seeds of change, much like Gaia had done within me. I emphasized the power held within each person, a power often underestimated but potent in its collective potential to alter the course of the future. I encouraged the formation of grassroots initiatives, movements led by those compelled to champion conservation and stewardship. Whether it was urban gardens sprouting in backyards or coastal cleanup drives that revived wounded shores, these actions were not small. They were building blocks of a larger transformation. Together, we could forge pathways that honored the earth and all its inhabitants, paths that resonated with the rhythms of nature. Gaia's words echoed within me as I called others to awaken to this shared responsibility, urging them to anchor themselves in awareness that spurred action. This was not just a task for the chosen few. It was a rallying cry for every soul touched by the earth's grace. The road ahead was steep and tangled, yet filled with the promise of renewal and the strength of united purpose. In this pivotal moment, I urged all to embrace their role as stewards of a world teeming with life, connected by the delicate threads of existence we were called to protect. I awoke to the sterile hum of a hospital room, my body tethered to a maze of machines that blinked and whirred softly around me. The sheen of antiseptic hung in the air, a sharp contrast to the earthy breath of the wilderness that seemed to seep from my very skin. My family hovered nearby, their faces etched with relief and concern, grounding me with all too familiar warmth, a gentle ushering back into the tactile world I had momentarily departed. Though exhausted, a profound clarity enveloped my senses, an ember of resolve flickering to life within me. The physical recovery would be grueling. I could already feel the sting of tiny battles ahead, reclaiming strength, movement, resilience. Yet the true challenge loomed larger than personal pain. It was the spiritual imperative, the charge to champion Gaia's message, that commanded my newfound perspective. Lying in that hospital bed, I envisioned communities rising like a phoenix from the ashes of disregard. I saw schools reimagining curriculums, engaging students with the critical narrative of our planet's breath and heartbeat. I dreamed of cities embracing green spaces, like tendons, reconnecting to ancient pathways. The vision of this metamorphosis fueled me, even as fatigue wove through my bones. As weeks passed, my steps were slow, yet deliberate. Each stride was a testament to the transformation that had taken root within me. Therapy became a dual process, not merely of healing my physical form, but of aligning my spirit with the earth's rhythm, a synchrony I vowed to maintain. In each small victory, in each regained strength, I found a reflection of Gaia's wisdom, a resonant reminder that life's trials are but gateways to greater understanding. My return to full health was gradual, attended by a network of dedicated healers, people whose nurturing echoed Gaia's essence of interconnected support. The physicians, nurses, my family, all became unexpected allies in my journey toward advocacy and change. Every shared smile, every word of encouragement, became tangible manifestations of that divine tapestry I was shown. In the quiet moments, often amidst the whispers of leaves rustling outside my window, I pledged to keep Gaia's message alive in every facet of my dealings. She had bestowed upon me a gift of purpose, an indelible mark woven into the fabric of my consciousness. As I emerged from recovery, no longer just a lone conservationist but a voice in the wilderness, I prepared to carry that message into the world and ignite the hearts of others. Together, we carried the torch of ecological renewal, a sacred trust toward a legacy of enduring connectivity and stewardship. As I ventured back into the rhythms of everyday life, Gaia's truth remained etched in my soul, a compass guiding each step with unwavering conviction. The labyrinth of my previous existence seemed starkly transformed. Tasks once mundane now pulsated with hidden significance, shadows of unseen connections illuminating my path. Through each interaction, I felt a kinship, a living thread weaving through our collective fabric, urging a deeper commitment to harmonious existence. This experience cast ripples beyond my own life, its essence permeating like roots branching through fertile soil, entwining with the hearts of those willing to listen. Conversations unveiled layers of understanding, each shared story another stitch in the vast tapestry of awareness. Gaia's teachings transcended mere recollection. They blossomed into actionable wisdom, echoing across communities like a timeless call to action. Yet, amidst the profound revelations, I recognized a sobering duality, the reminder of our sacred duty, and the equally daunting reality of inertia, threatening to overshadow progress. In these reflective moments, Gaia's presence whispered not to underestimate the magnitude of singular efforts. Each conscious choice acted as a beacon, inspiring others to kindle their own flames of change, sparks igniting a brighter dawn. The tapestry of life's interconnectedness unfolded before me, illustrating the profound truth that we are not solitary travelers, but participants in a shared odyssey. Immersed in this ongoing journey, I realized that knowledge serves not as an endpoint, but a catalyst, fuel for the collective voyage toward enlightenment. We stand at the threshold of transformation, charged with shepherding Gaia's vision into profound action. I embraced the mission to intertwine sustainable practices within the guilds of society, nurturing ecosystems resilient against human transgressions. My perspective widened to encompass global dialogues, fostering alliances bound by common purpose, and the assurance that every step, however small, contributed to the grand symphony of healing. Gaia's lessons, resounding with the cadence of steadfast resolve, echo within me, shaping a sacred obligation to nurture and protect our shared home. It is a calling cloaked in urgency, prompting individuals to awaken to their roles as stewards of life's intricate web, their actions inscribing a legacy of compassion and respect. Together, we hold the power to sculpt a future where harmony flourishes, and nature's manifold voices rise, in concert with renewed vigor. In reflecting upon the revelations shared with me, the inevitable passage of time underscores the poignant reminder that we are custodians of tomorrow. May our endeavors carry forth the torch of Gaia's wisdom, guiding hearts toward a shared sanctity and instilling a profound respect toward all facets of life. For the journey of stewardship is ceaseless, and within it lies the promise that those who dare to listen will illuminate the path for generations yet to come.